You for letting me tune in. Thank you for letting me tune in, ladies and gentlemen. Luis Coronado Ortega, son of the global market majority stakeholder of all 10-year, 50-year, 30-year corporate, private, and public. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know it takes a while before I record some of this stuff, but when I find out there's something out there that needs to be recorded, I gotta say, I just have to get out there and record it, ladies. Because you know why, ladies? Because at the end of the day, if that woman gets that debit card or not, if she finds that sale at Bilk, if she gets 15% off and an additional 15% off of that 15%, and with this limited time only, if you come in today, we'll take 5% off the door, and here's a coupon for an additional 15% if you put it up there with that coupon. And take out your cell phone. Go to the Bilk website. You see right there on the Bilk website, you can save an additional 0.5% if you let us scan your credit card and your fingerprint. And if you let us go down your earlobe, we'll take an additional 15% off of that additional. How about that? And ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, if you look at the original retail price and the markdown price, and you compare it to the sale price at other places, it's still the original price. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they do that, lady. It's still, you might be able to get a tax holiday. You know? Maybe you won't have to pay local, federal, and state. But some kind of way, some kind of how, that polo in Bilk's is supposed to be priced at $130 for that polo that costs $19 at TJ Maxx. You know? Like I said, today only, and today only. And if you don't be there, be square, you're gonna pass out and have a heart attack, and we're gonna have to rush you to the ER for cardiac failure and put you back together. And next time when we resuscitate you, don't you forget to come down to Bilk's before the store closes. Man, you see what I'm saying? But like I said, you ain't never heard nothing like that. 15% and an additional 15%, and taking an additional 15% off that, and let me scan your hand and give you an additional 0.5%, and you go to Bilks.com and you let me scan your credit card, and I'll take an additional off today, and today only. If you at the 1 yard line, 4th and goal in the red zone with 1 second and clocking overtime. And that's the only way you're going to have to be. And ladies and gentlemen, you ought to see that line wrapped around the building with 1 second on the clock. 4th and goal in the red zone in the 3rd overtime. You ought to see how many women out there lined up to get that special. You know what I'm saying? And only because they didn't have time to go research anything else, did they never get to find out that it was that price everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? The same sale was going on everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Same sale, lady. You know what I'm saying? Then some lady called and said down there at Ross, you know that item you got for that additional? I went down there in Ross and got it for $4. And then she gonna put her hand on her mouth and fall backwards, and her spine gonna pop her in the back and say, no, you know? No! Yes, she did, lady. She went to Ross and got the same thing for $4. And that was an additional 75% off of all the sale prices that she was granted, lady. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, lady. After all that, the reason I said that is this. If the woman wins or loses at the end of the day, there is going to be precipitation, moisture, and humidity. You know, and there is. There's always going to be a woman that wants to be embraced and hooked. By a foreigner, though, not by you. Not by you because she's used to you. She's tired of you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no different than going down to, I'm thinking about something. I'm going to compare you to how your woman sees you now. You just like going to Stephen Berry's. It's played out to you. Your woman went to Stephen Berry's 10 years ago. She don't like it no more. She told them to pack their stuff and get out, you know what I'm saying? Because they had, everything was the same price and there wasn't any competition. You know what I'm saying? Everything was $7 at Stephen Barry's. And she felt like they was playing a mean game on people. Where you can go get shoes, coats, jewelry, furniture, a sofa sectional for $7, you know what I'm saying? You can walk out of Stephen Barry's with a Ferigo Link for $7, a pair of shoes for $7, you know what I'm saying? A pair of socks, $7, you know what I'm saying? A fur coat, $7, you know what I'm saying? And they said that was an evil game they was playing. You know what I mean? A lot of times you tell people you can bless with them anything, any blessing they want, and they still don't understand the blessing that it was. Because they said it had to be something else to it. It's got to be an evil game that they playing on this. But it wasn't an evil game. Everything was really $7 at Stephen Barry's. But they didn't like it. Because they'd rather pay $500 for something that only cost $7. They'd rather pay $1,200 for something that only really costs $7, you know what I mean? They rather pay because they feel like it's real. Like, it feels real because they paid real money for it that they couldn't afford to spend. But at the end of the day, when they start realizing it, that moisture has to go somewhere, like, it really does. You know what I'm saying? And if that woman did go back to Stephen Barry's still be there. That's how you know she didn't go back to you, because she's really tired of you. You know what I'm saying? She's only using you for a business. You're a business plan. You know? You're a business plan. You know what I mean? I don't know how to tell you how to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tell you to watch your woman be with another man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's difficult. The only thing you can tell her, you know, the next place we go, I'm going to be with the woman that's there, and you're going to watch. You know what I'm saying? And that's a crazy game that they play on. It's really a crazy game. You know? And I tell you, and somebody told me some kind of way, some way they get back together, you know what I'm saying? You know, through that what they call it, swinging, while they swinging, somewhere in the next few days they're gonna start liking each other, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to go through a few experiences of dating other people in front of each other, you know what I'm saying? And then eventually they'll get back together, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they'll be madly in love when they do it, because they said they do have those moments where they're just madly in love with each other again. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you, I look at Jada Smith and her husband, I don't believe it, I'm not buying it. I don't think they like each other anymore, I just tell you. When they take pictures, don't even look like they're on the same picture. It looks like an illusion. It looks like she's in the Serengeti and he's on Mars somewhere. Okay? Just don't even look like they're in the same place at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, ladies, I'll play music in the morning. That's what I'm going to do. For all the devil worshipers that are out here saying that I'm a devil, tomorrow I'm going to play music while you're not on the way to church. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be saying the same thing. You'll say he's crazy, he's an idiot. But tomorrow when I wake up, you won't be going to church either. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then I'll play music, you know, because you'll be feeling bad because you can listen to it. Why? Because you're not going to church tomorrow. You'll be lighting up a cigarette and trying to find you a Budweiser to drink while your parents are going to church. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because your parents tried that lifestyle and it played out, you know, a long time ago. They tried the thing that you're doing, you know, going up there into those places saying that somebody did something to you and they did nothing, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And sometimes you got those people prosecuted and put in trouble, you know. They got in trouble for it and they did nothing to you. You know, I'm not saying for the guy that had the strip club though, you know. The guy that had the strip club and the goddamn nudie bar and the bootleg liquor and weapons and all that kind of opioid, yeah, he probably was wrong. But I'm just saying you know, I'm not talking about that far out there, you know, because that's the difference, like. I mean, some people are spoiled and they want to have their way. You know, some people have a girlfriend or a wife, and guess what? She's going to be the leader of the team. She's not going to let you say nothing. She's going to do it the way she wants to do it, or you're going to be in the backyard. Like, see what I'm saying? You're going to be in the backyard. That's just how that goes, ladies, man. And you know, you married the lady, you just can't necessarily separate or get away from her, or you just actually sitting there dealing with it. They say some people asking the Lord to come pick them up. I say that's pretty bad. Like, that they just tired of being that wife with that wife that much that they hoping the Lord to come pick them up, you know, on a late night flight and take them somewhere else to a better place because their wife is getting on their nerves that bad. I gotta say that's pretty bad, lady. And the kids depending on them to stay together. You know what I'm saying? Even though the kids are grown. You know what I'm saying? So he just hoping that maybe that he don't feel nothing and the Lord take him, you know what I'm saying? Because she's really pulling the Annie Wilkes on him over there like that. Sad, but it's truly sad. And like I said, lady, I'm gonna spend some time with my girlfriends this evening. I know you're not gonna like it, you know what I'm saying? Because they said a lot of people out here, they like Apple computers more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way it vibrates, you know what I mean? Yes, they like to turn off the sound and use vibrations on their iPad and iMac and all this stuff. I don't want to know why. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, if I use a computer, it's gonna be a Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? Unless they make another kind of computer. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you, it's your party. I guess you can do what you want to do, lady. But as far as finding a way to break up a man and a woman that want to do it the regular way, I just think they need to make a policy to tell those people, hey, we've been watching you. We notice that you're assaulting people that don't want to be in your group, and we want you to stop it now. You know, you see a man and a woman, they want to be together. All you're doing is interfering. They could have had a child by now, a family. They could have been married. They could have been successfully together. But you keep cutting in and messing it up. And I'm saying, and really, you don't want either one of them. You just don't want them to be together. You know what I'm saying? I think they should make up a policy